So next we're going to talk about the other one, which is this brushed metallic. And the brushed metallic was important to me because I really like steampunk. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I love that look. I love that look of kind of industrial grunge. And usually when it comes to some metallic papers, I'm not sure if I have any in this stack. I had a piece of mirrored card. You all probably know what a mirrored cardstock looks like. It looks like mirror, okay? Very shiny. This one is a brushed silver, so it's still metallic, but it just has that kind of that brush finish. It almost reminds me of a pearl cardstock. It looks like a white pearl, but it's truly metallic. All right, what I'm gonna do with this is I'm just going to do some inking, but I have some embossed pieces, guys. I know I do. I was super prepped. Let's find it. Oh, here's one. I have several of these. Let's find it. Because I like to share what you can do with this particular one. I love this. So I've got a piece of the brushed silver that's just been embossed with a 3D folder. And I'm gonna go in with just some colors of ink. I'm gonna take a little bit of mushroom to start, just because that's just a good go-to. And then we're also going to take some of these pearls. I need to mix this. And I know better. I know not to put the lids on, because I am like forever scarred. I remember the year that metallic mixatives came out. I'll never forget it. And I was demoing the new metallic mixatives for Ranger for the entire day. And not one person told me that I was completely covered in metallic mixative. Because as you can tell, I don't put the lids on my ink. So I was picking up the mixative and I was saying, you just need to shake them up. And they were wide open and I didn't feel it because it was drying so quick. And at the end of the day, I went in the bathroom and I had gold and silver everywhere. And I'm like, really? No, I mean, this was obviously before the whole social media phones, but so people were just really watching, but like not one person's like, and Mario's like, you're Tim. They were like, I guess he just likes to distress himself or something. I thought, well, that's just odd. So definitely throw the lids if you're gonna ink those. We're gonna throw in some pearls, just because I want to, right? Because I wanna add some of that pearlescent shimmer and sheen. You can see it on that paper. You can see it do the dance, which I like. I also want to go in with, I think, a little bit of black. Let me see if I can find some pitch black alcohol ink. Now, if you ever work with pitch black alcohol ink, you want to be careful. It's pitch black. If you use too much of it, it will certainly overpower everything else that you've done. So this one, I'm just going to kind of move it around. I'm not going to worry too much at first of how this is going on. All right. Now once it starts going on, I'm just going to kind of keep blending this out. And alcohol ink has a very fast drying time. But you'll see at some point it's just going to stop moving. And at that point, that's where I'm going in and I'm just taking that same tool. I can even go in with ink if I want. I'll add a little bit of pearl. I think I'll even do just a touch of blending solution and I'll even do a touch of black. Alcohol ink reacts with alcohol ink, you guys. So if you go in and I add that ink, I can start building up some of that grunge wherever I want it to be. But if you wipe everything off while it's wet, it will take all the layers off, right? So I put some on, waiting for it to dry a little bit, then I'm just gonna go back, and you can see it's like picking up some, it's leaving some behind. This is what's giving me this kind of really eroded finish. And having that little bit of pearl in there, that's putting a lot of that pigment over the top of it. So I'm just going in. I love that. I love that little bit of copper on top. That's from mineral. That's from that alcohol pearl. And then I'll take a towel, go over the top of this just to kind of burnish those little rivets out. But this paper, and we can keep working this paper and working this paper, but it just took silver cardstock and gave it so much character, so much depth. It wouldn't have to be black if you didn't want it to. This is just alcohol ink, right? Just translucent, because you're thinking, hello, Tim, you've shown this trick before. Yeah, with ink, and that's what it looks like. But now that we have pearl and we've got that great little pearlescent finish in there, how cool is that? Ridiculous. Yeah, because it gives it a totally different finish to just our inked background. So I love having that new addition. So those